Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice. And Automotive Art Cayman. Your car, our passion.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local environment. This is where we address the topics that matter. Here's your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning, Cayman. Welcome to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller. It is a beautiful Thursday, August 7th. And I'm just going to say on Monday's the 11th. I believe it's the 11th. We're halfway almost through August. I know today's the 7th, but Monday we're going to be halfway almost through August. And just the other day I said I can't believe we're in our final days of July. So I don't know how time is flying by. And I've had no crazy summer plans either. So it's not like, you know, when you're looking forward to something and all of a sudden you're on that vacation, that time flies by. That did not happen to me this summer. So I do not know why the time is flying by. But so it goes. And speaking of flying, I want to say a big happy birthday to Cayman Airways. I had a peek at their flight specials for their anniversary sale, and wow, suddenly I'm broke again. I have to make all sorts of travel plans because I've seen some pretty incredible deals, LA and New York. You have my sights are on you. So Cayman Airways might be just getting a little pretty penny from me soon, and then that's it. It'll be Kohl's for everybody for Christmas. That's what I can say. But great deals. Go check it out at Cayman Airways what their anniversary specials are. So this morning on The Buzz, I am happy to welcome Health for Today. I'm welcoming Mr. Darrell Dacres. He's the founder and owner of Health for Today. This is a company that is all about holistic wellness. And we're going to be learning about what made Mr. Dacres, sorry. Did I say Dacres in the first place? That's so crazy. Dacres.
But my mom said you can call me anything you want, just don't call me too early in the morning. So continue.
I completely agree with your mom. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And I already just said what your last name was. Okay, that's so crazy. Okay. I completely agree with your mom. Don't call me too early in the morning, not before 9. Although when I do the show, it's a little different, but it's why are we calling people so early? It's insane. You're going to tell us all about holistic wellness and a partnership with a Canadian company and what you're doing for Health for Today. So, well, good morning.
Good morning. Finally, formally meeting you. And before I start, here's my business card.
All right.
Here's a pen because I know you're going to call me after the show.
You see that? The confidence. All right, Mr. Dacres. Let's go.
So before I start, I would, if you don't mind, I would say, don't call me for questions here. I'm going to give you my number after this way. You can call me. I can spend some time talking to you. So my number is 928-1503. If you're driving, that's 928-1503. And my website is Health for Today. That's F-O-R, not the number 4, for healthfortoday.ky. And we'll be having some fun here this morning.
Now, I'm going to say, absolutely call us. How are you going to tell our listeners not to call us? It's a caller participation.
I know what you're saying, but to spend time, I like to spend time really talking to people.
Yeah.
Free of cost. So it's better for me to give them my full attention, clear triangle.
Yeah, I understand.
And I share studies with Bob Marley, and he wrote a song. I have so much things to say, but I'll cut it short in righteousness.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
But, you know, if you do want to call us, you can give us a call. The number's to call are 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or you can WhatsApp call or text at 925-3261. Now, Darrell, let's get right into it.
As a matter of fact, Susan started with a song, My Cayman.
Yes,
girl, that was
she
me.
did. That's you.
Back in the day, but I'm ministering to Miss Cayman Beauty Pageant this Saturday night.
That you are?
They'll be singing that song, but I changed some of the words because I was a bad boy then. Not a bad in a sense, but some of the words I had to change about ladies. I think it was disrespectful when I listened to it now, so I changed some of the words.
Really? You think the song now, the lyrics?
No,
okay.
the bad lyrics. I've made love to so many girls and all that. That is going.
Oh,
That is going.
okay, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, I've met many girls. Not that I've made love to many, many girls, but I just was in a song, okay? So
Too early for that.
Yeah, so let me clear that. So the first thing I would like to start with, yesterday they were talking about farming in Cayman.
Yes.
And as you go to my website, go to media, the first thing comes up is about gardening. Because scientists have established now what gardening does to the mind. It helps it heal. So when you do gardening, they say don't use gloves anymore. Just use your hand, because the earth has stuff into it that we need because we came from the earth. Guess what? Our forefathers had this thing right.
Guess what, Darrell? They have not seen my nails.
I know. I was looking at them.
This girl is using gloves.
I'm looking at them. That's the reason why I'm sitting at distance from you in case you want to claw me.
But yes, because I've heard that about grounding. So your feet on just the ground, you're barefoot walking on the ground.
Key. I'm not
that
telling you
frequency connection.
I'm not telling anyone don't wear shoes, but I'm saying it's good not to if you can do that.
Right.
So before I start, I like to use illustrations. Mr. Ford made the car at 12 years old, no schooling for anything. He was fixing watches for all his neighbors. They were working. A few years later, he was making cars, no school. Making cars. He used to walk to church a few miles in the morning, just communicating with God, and his gift came alive. And you find that now people go into school to fix Mr. Ford cars, and sometimes you have to take your car back all 3 times. I'm not endorsing Fords, and
You're just telling the story.
He got this thing right. Back then they were paying 50 cents an hour when he was making cars. Mr. Ford was paying $5 an hour. His cars was in Australia and India and all of. So the gift that God has given us, once we find it, we're not working anymore. We're enjoying in life.
We're in our purpose.
Our purpose. So my catalog will be very soon. It's being printed, and it's pictures in there with locals holding products and giving their testimonies.
What do you say catalog? What do you mean? What catalog?
With my products, showing some of my products.
Okay, gotcha.
Showing some of my
All
products.
right.
Thanks for asking. So you find that in the book, and I know that the script is a little different, but just bear with me because
wait, before we even go there, we got to set the scene. What is Health for Today? We haven't even told the people what Health for Today is.
I'm going to tell you what's Health for Today. I'm a little different than a normal person, so bear with me.
Okay.
So in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 14, God said in the last days that knowledge would be increased. When you say, Daniel, shut up the book. Time you get to Revelation 13, you say, here is wisdom and understanding. He that have it, but you don't see knowledge. Because in these days we have so much knowledge, but he say we don't have wisdom and understanding, and that is some of our problem. So Health for Today. Health for Today, I started doing health from 1999. I became a plant-based person after becoming a Christian, and I travel all over training. Just for myself, I enjoyed it. And about 2.5 years ago, God said, it's time to form Health for Today.
Okay, wait. Your training. You were traveling for your training. What
Yes.
kind of training?
And health. For
Okay.
the brain, for nutrition.
Okay.
So it's, I don't like to use the word holistic because the way that they use it now, but it was holistic training.
Okay.
So I study also the brain, which we'll talk a little bit about. All right. So I started Health for Today with the purpose of helping people. I don't wake up to make money. However, I need to make money because no one is giving me products free.
Correct. I have another question for you.
But I wake up to help people.
You say you went plant-based at a certain time.
Yes.
What made you do that switch?
When I became a Christian, I went to Virginia, up in the hills, to center, just whatever. And I knew God was leading me. They were plant-based, so I had no other choice. Nothing around there, so I had nothing else to eat.
Okay.
Now, when I say plant-based, don't just think about vegetables. I cook some healthy stuff, right, with beans and different things. So when I came back to Cayman, I just continued without thinking about it. But because I didn't have enough information, I really wasn't 100% healthy. But when I start enjoying this like a child and took it serious, then I start learning about the body. And look at me today, I'm 68 and I'm healthy. I go to the gym 4 times a week and swim in about 4 times a week.
I've seen you at the gym. Yeah, I've seen you at the gym.
So how come I didn't recognize you at the gym?
You did recognize me at the gym. You stopped me and said, I know you. I'm coming to your show. I was like, oh, really? Yeah.
I meet so many people, you see. I was on your show, That's prophecy. So you find that, so we need the knowledge that we the knowledge that we have, we need the understanding. Rod Stewart wrote a song back in the day, written by Jeff Beck. People get ready, the train is coming. Well, before Ivan came here, we had some winds. But when Ivan hit, we had the real thing. guess what? Bad news. It's coming. We're going to be worse in health. Mental center. There are psychiatrists here that I know, without calling names, that's on medication also. We have a problem, and we're dealing with the issue and not the root. Until we address the root, this thing is going to get bad. God said in the last days that it's going to get so bad that men's hearts is going to fail them, heart attacks we're seeing. So we need to get back to Mr. Ford manual, because he made the car. We need to get back to the creator. Manual is called 66 books, which are basic instructions before we leave Earth. So if we get back to the book, we find that we will rejoice. Scientists is finding out also, and I didn't know this, I deal with scientists and they give me some information. Leviticus say that farm the land for 6 years, and the 7th year must be 1 year of Sabbath rest, and even if anything grow in the land, you could not remove it. I didn't understand that. But scientists now has established that after about 8 years, you deplete the land of nutrients. So when I was growing up, you plant in the east, the next year in the west, the next year in the south and north. I didn't know why, or people didn't know why, because it was passed down from Mr. Ford book, which is the Bible. We didn't have scientific evidence. So when people even tell you it's organic, don't jump for joy, because they've been planting there 15 years. There's basically nothing left in the soil. They just test cucumber, and out of 100%, they got 19. You have to eat about 6 oranges to get what you used to get from one, if you get it from the 6. So before I go into health, farmers market here, and government just have something they're doing. Someone sent me a link about farming. They're giving some money. Guys, go for it. Farm in your backyard.
Oh, the backyard farming program.
But keep moving from area to area. This year here, next year there. Support the local farmers, not because you're going to give them money, but because you're going to have good health.
Some of us only have like a 4x6 backyard space, but still heed the advice.
Four by what?
4x6.
Use the 4 and forget about the 6.
Yeah, I feel ya. But it's still a little space to move it around. So
gardening is wonderful, 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 wonderful. And by the way, when I'm instructing people, I will tell you where I start. Go to the beach. We're not going to get in. Why? Yeah?
What do you mean we're not getting into why?
They'll call me and I'll tell them why you need to go to the beach. That scientists is establishing now that...
I want to know why. Why do you got to go to the beach?
I'll tell you after, because the show is short. So you can call me, we can talk. So you find going to the beach, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water. Scientists have established now going to bed between 9 to 2 heals the body better than any other time. Why? Because when sunset, the chicken's already in the tree sleeping. We're just going to work. It's crazy. Even the chicken continue from Mr. Ford book, and we gone from the 66 books. So it's crazy. And I will tell you, today is Thursday. What is tonight? Thursday.
It's Friday Eve.
Tonight is Friday
Eve.
Tonight is Friday night. So the nights come before the morning. But Pope Gregory in 327, I think it was, say, we're changing this. The next day is not starting sunset. It's going to start 12 o'clock at night. So when you all celebrate New Year's at 12 o'clock at night, sunset, I set this thing, I'm already in bed getting some healing. People say, well, that was the old time. Well, Mr. Ford's dead and gone. But guess what? If you don't do what he said to his car, put in gas and oil, if you put in kerosene, you're going to have problems. God made Mr. Ford. Yeah. So how can we believe Mr. Ford, or even doctors and scientists, that the Creator made them, we believe in them over the Creator? I'm not saying don't believe what they say, but we have to go back to Mr. Ford manual to find out if what you're telling me about my Ford car is right.
It's interesting because there's so many kind of blueprints in life that from previous leaders that are just kind of handed down through generations. And it's very similar blueprints. And Henry Ford had that. We got to go to a commercial break right now. When we come back, I want to know the reason why you got to go to the beach. All right, let's go to a commercial break and come back from that.
Cruise into summer with expert service from Automotive Art Cayman. More than a retail store, it's your one-stop auto care shop. We offer paint, detailing, accessories, wheels, Yamaha parts and products, batteries, tire repairs, tire changes, and more. Need top-tier shine and protection? Grab Gliptone detailing gear, Chevron synthetic oil, and Axiom car care kits. Get expert service with premium products all under one roof. Wherever you cruise, make your pit stop at Automotive Art first. Find us on Shedden Road and follow us at Auto Art KY on Instagram and Automotive Art Cayman on Facebook.
ए बोबो तीरी कज़ें everybody. I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 57th anniversary by giving us the gifts, about 10 of them, because they got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I go and book my flights now to go gallivanting this month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you there directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 11th. Other conditions apply. Book on CaymanAirways.com, our new mobile app, or call us on 949-2311. Cayman Airways, celebrating 57 years as your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
All right, welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and we are talking with Health for Today. We are talking to the founder-owner, Mr. Darrell Dacres.
Kathy, before you say anything else, you asked me to explain to you about the beach, but I said no because I was talking to people that would call me. But you asked me the question, so I have to answer your question.
You got it, sir.
Okay, you have to answer your question. So scientists have established now that going to the beach without music and sitting and listening to the sea waves can bring down your pressure, and it can act for some people even as an antidepressant if they are depressed. It helps you with sleeping. They have also established going swimming, and I'm just telling you the surface because you don't have me on here for 2 hours, that going swimming will help arthritis.
Yes.
And a lady from Cayman called me and said, I had arthritis, and I learned that and went swimming, arthritis is gone.
Wow.
So that's a testimony. She just called me and heard me talking about it. So there are certain things, and walking on the beach, and you said it without shoes. A matter of fact, I'll call his name, not endorsing him. Dr. Lockhart, when you go to him, because I speak to these people, he's going to address nutrition. And one thing he will tell you with guidance if you're depressed, go walking on the beach, go swimming.
That grounding aspect there.
Yes.
The healing qualities of the sea, which I know we have.
Yes.
You know what's interesting
Tell me.
is I've always injured myself through sports and other things, mostly through sports. And Susan over here can tell you the amount of times Susan has said, Kathy, go to the sea, but go in the morning. It's a different effect in the morning, and you're going to wrap your ankle in a brown paper bag after you soak it in vinegar, and then you're going to go to the sea and dip it in the, like, buried in the sand a little bit, right at like where the water kind of meets the shore, and you're going to keep your ankle in there for a bit, and it's going to help heal you. And I'm like, Susan, where are you getting But somehow I listen to Susan when she offers me this advice. And so there is very much healing qualities of the sea.
Yes.
And when you feel it,
it's
you
full
know
of
it.
minerals. It's full of minerals.
Yes.
And also, I didn't know this until last year. I was a premature baby. They had to carry me on a pillow till I was about 1.5 years. They couldn't pick me up. I didn't know this. My little legs was that size when I was growing up. I didn't know why till 1.5 years ago that my sister was telling me I didn't walk until I was 2 years old. Did nothing.
Wow.
Guess what? It was a lady living next door to us. She used to call me brown and hairy because I was full of hairs. Used to take me in the sea every morning from a little infant. And I'm here today, and I don't look like a little skinny baby anymore. So it tells you that we have lost the roots of what the body needs and dealing with the leaves. So now you ask me questions that you need to ask me about health for today.
All right. Yeah, no, that's all right. Let's keep going. So you have a garden section when you go to your website.
Go to media, and when the media come up, you have about 13 videos.
Okay.
And then the first thing come up is about gardening. This is from scientists. I don't use anything from me. It's all from scientists. You will find videos on there with psychiatrists. They're telling you what supplements. There's a psychiatrist in Mexico who were treating people in prison, and was a guy there that killed someone, and he had a bad attitude and he wouldn't acknowledge it. He did it. She heard about Hardy from Canada, who made nutritions for the brain, high doses of natural vitamins and minerals. By the way, don't take vitamins without minerals. It's like baking a cake but in salt and no sugar. You need the two together. The body need both. And she heard about it. Psychiatrist. She took him. I don't know how long it took, but he got on the daily essential from Hardy's, which that came up for people with like ADD, ADHD, depression, and all of that. The guy, after a few months, she said, started crying. His personality changed, accepted that he killed the person. She said, I am prescribing medication no more after using this stuff, because it's proven that the natural stuff can heal, but the medication treats. By the way, go to your doctor. You might need to go on medication. If I need to go on medication, I'm going to. But what I'm saying to you, the medication doesn't heal. I was in America in 2023, and you know what they're saying? Medication, that was a crutch to us. We were trying to get people off medication within a year. That was amazing.
Do you really believe that? When you look at the big pharma world, do you really believe
Oh, well,
that?
they're going to try to stop you, but I was on 16 different medication. Yeah, years ago.
Okay.
I was in Florida, I was in Georgia, I was in Virginia, I was in California. And what really hit me, when I left Florida, this is a long time ago, and went to California, because I'm a courageous person, I don't stay in one place. I was on a medication, and when I went to California, I said, no, we're going to put you on this. So when they put me on that, the evening, I came off the other one because I thought I was supposed to do. I nearly died that night. I couldn't sleep, nearly died, and I went back to, I said, Doc, this was happening. He said, I don't understand. He said, did you take the two medication? I said, no, I only took the one from you. Well, he said, the one you're on is going to stop the side effects from the one you're taking. And then I realized, the side effects is there, but I'm not feeling them. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with the headache. When you have a headache and you take a painkiller, the headache is there, just you don't feel it.
Yeah.
So this thing is crazy, what is happening in the world, and people not saying, Bob Marley wrote, Wake Up and Live. I'm not endorsing him, but he wrote the song. Mm-hmm. So back to Health for Today now. Health for Today, it gives me joy each and every day, and I study the brain. And if people phone me, I'll talk to them why to get off of media 2 hours before sleep, and scientists, and why you should use a blue light blocker at night. And by the way, your phone having something called eye comfort. Put that on at night, because it's going to take out the blue rays, which comes from the sun. They put in the bulbs, and if that is going into your eyes, it's keeping you awake, because the sun sets your circadian rhythm in the body, and that's how you sleep at night and get the vitamin D. So if you're not getting sun, you're in bad shape. By the way, every morning you find me outside about 8:30 in the sun eating breakfast. For about 2 minutes. You don't have to do this. I'm saying what I do. Mm-hmm. I close my eyes, relax, look at the sun for 2-3 minutes, take it down, open my eyes. And that is what scientists are recommending now also.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is one of the great steps towards wellness, is to be outside. Be outside at least 10 minutes per day in the sun, if you have sun. And luckily in Cayman, we
have sun.
Pretty much 99% of the time we do, right?
And last week I was watching something from a scientist that said that children that are outside playing, watching the trees, which they established now will bring healing, and climbing trees, how better eyesight and a better IQ, that those don't be outside doing that. And show soon finished. So let me talk about Hardy in Canada.
Not soon. Yeah, before you do, I just want to ask, is one of the, I guess, like a core purpose of what you're trying to do with Health for Today is connect people to have healthier lives through more natural products.
Yes, but not just natural product, educating them what they need to do themselves.
And
the sun, the sea.
Right.
You cannot have a healthy life if you're not exercising. And I'm not just talking about going to the gym. You need weights for muscle, but swimming is one of the best exercise you can do. But it doesn't build those muscles. But so you do some exercising too. I don't know why. For Father's Day, would pick in the ground. They had to, those are muscles. So go on the beach, go brisk walking.
Walking is one of the greatest exercises.
Don't just walk and look at. You have to do brisk walking. You need to do brisk walking minimum half an hour to get that heart rate up. Mm-hmm. So it's free. Go to the beach. People say, well, beach, so much people. I'm going to enjoy my beach.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
why
go
wouldn't
there,
you? And it's
go
really
there.
not that many people. Have you been to
Yeah, yeah.
Brazil? I haven't, but I'm saying.
And guess what? Now, I used to go and swim fast. I'm not the best of swimmers, so I start swimming slow. So sometimes I look back, I say, I have swum a long way. So now it's joy for me just to go swimming, to my exercise. When you stand up in the water, don't just stand up flat, this way with your hands, that way.
Yeah,
Move your feet.
exercise.
Exercise.
The water provides that resistance, very natural resistance.
You have to do that. So people are going to get worse because they go to work, they're in air condition. They drive home, they're in air condition. They get home, they're in air condition. Scientists saying now, without fresh air to the brain, you will be depressed because the brain need oxygen but need fresh oxygen.
Yes. Now, the Canadian company.
The Canadian company, Heart and Nutritional, they are very good friends of mine. They're very nice people. It's just a family. Their daughter suffered from ADD, I think it was, and 23 years ago, she was so bad that government was going to take her child from her because they thought she was going to kill it. It was that bad, and she was on medication, didn't work. And they heard about, I think it was hard, they heard about some pigs that were eating each other, and they start feeding them on high doses of vitamins and minerals. He said, let me try this. He tried it naturally. Bam, after a while, she was normal, no medication. 23 years later, she got back her child. Now she's living a healthy life. They said, listen, this thing is so precious to us. Let us make it for people. So it's not a big company. They don't do advertising, but guess what? People hear about scientists and they research it themselves. So they're advertising, not Hardy, because they don't have the money. It's just a small company. So I'm exclusively for their products. I've been carrying them 10 years now. It was recommended to me from a nutritionist in America. They just told me, I was a guy here on a lot of medication and I heard of this product and I gave it to him. He's off his medication, he's doing well. Don't come off your medication unless you check with your doctor. So
Absolutely.
I want to make sure of that. But when you go to a doctor also to move from hardest, find a doctor who will work with you with medication and natural stuff. It's best. Doctors, my friend, tell me, when I went to school for training, only 2 weeks they did on nutrition. So they know about medication, they don't know about nutrition. That's what my friend told me. So back to Hardy's, they make a product for pregnant women. So when a family plan to have a child, months before, go on high doses of minerals and vitamins from Hardy's. Why? They understand the earth. I get a lot of information from them. And that woman and that man want to have their immune system very high. During the pregnancy, stay on it. When the child is born, stay on it. Mothers, milk your children. Nurse your babies. Scientists has established there's no other canned food can do what the milk can do for the first year. God can't be wrong. So this product, they did a test with 300 ladies, 150 not on the product and 150 on the products. And I wouldn't get into all these names. When the children were born, the ones not on the product, the highest score the child got was 7. The ones on the product up to 10.5. So if you're not having nutrients, and this is where I say the train is coming, we are not feeling the breeze right now. Children's going to be born with ADD, ADHD, 6 years, 7 years old, they'll be on medication. Why? Because from the womb or before the womb, the nutrition is not there and medication cannot give you that nutrition. So health today is about giving you this knowledge, even if you don't buy from me, but you need the products for yourself. Because ordering from Hardy is going to cost you more money than buying from me because I don't do a markup per se to make a great deal. I sell to help you.
I feel you. Okay, we're going to segue to a commercial break right now. When we come back, we're going to discuss more about health for today.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center.
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Summer's heating up and the water's calling. From cruising the coast in your boat to riding Yamaha Wave Runners, Automotive Art Cayman will get you ready. We offer expert servicing by Yamaha certified staff as well as engine repairs, performance upgrades, engine and electrical installation, and more. Need it tuned, cleaned, repaired, or race ready? We'll keep you running smooth, whether you're riding waves or racing them. Trust Automotive Art for expert service and upgrades. Find us on Shedden Road and follow us at Auto Art KY on Instagram and Automotive Art Cayman on Facebook.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the people's station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning. Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and I'm speaking with Darrell Dacres about his company, Health for Today. He was just telling us about the Hardy vitamins. Is it vitamins and minerals?
Vitamins and minerals. And I was talking about pregnant women. But I have optimal balance
What's
for men
that?
and women to give you the right portion of nutrients you need per day.
Okay, so almost like a daily vitamin in a sense.
It's not just daily, it's a daily supplement because it's mineral and vitamin.
Right.
I don't just use vitamin.
Right, you said
and
take
vitamin.
both together.
Yeah, so I had Carlos in here, Carlos Ebanks, which did a story. Mario Ebanks' brother brought him to me. He was out of it. He gave his story so I can give it. He's in the book and my catalog. And he was dying. And Mario came and said, Darrell, I don't know if he'll take it. I'm going to buy it. That was optimal balance. I saw him at Thompson about a month after. He said, Darrell, I'm on top of the mountain. I said, what? He said, those optimal balance. I'm a new creature. He's in the book. He was on the show. He was in here telling his story. I have testimonies and local testimonies, not from me. I have my own, but I have testimonies. Hardest part offers 5 days a week counseling free. You don't have, even if you don't buy from them, they still counsel you. They will work with the psychiatrists here because they mostly deal with mental problem. They will work with the psychiatrists here. They will give them, if the psychiatrist will be trained by them, they will give them a certain amount of products free. They will work with the psychiatrist, say, okay, this is the medication they're on. Here's what we're recommending. Take some of this, cut back on the medication. They will work till you get off the medication, free of cost. They care about people.
And now you said you were on 16 different medications.
I was on 16 different medications.
Are you off all of them?
Oh, praise the Lord, this years ago.
That's amazing. And it was it through for you a process of trying out the different Hardy supplements? Like was that part of...
Hardy's was the final.
How did you reverse taking the medication that you were taking?
I don't want to tell anyone to do this. I had a major heat problem. I'm not telling you to do this. Dr. Lockhart had me on some medication. I couldn't sleep, and I'll get into that some other time. And medication couldn't make me sleep. It couldn't help me.
Wow.
And it was high doses. And he said, listen, it's going to take about 6 months to get off of this. But even with all the medication, it wasn't helping.
6 months?
Yeah, he said to get off this. It's going to take you 6 months to get off once you heal. Well, it wasn't helping. If I drive on the road and a car crossed me, the vibration go to my head. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't drive. I lost weight. Going to the gym, vibration in the gym when the cars cross. And I went outside one day and I said, God, I've told people about you. I can't take this anymore. I'm going to die. You have to do something. When I got through praying, my life was changed. I came off the medication the next day completely, all medication. I went back to Dr. Lockhart, and I know I can say this, and I told him the story. He said, Darrell, it's divine power. don't go back on the medication. Give it to me. I'm going to throw it in the garbage. I came off the medication, and that's when I really started learning more about nutrition and everything else, because he was telling me also, go walking, you need nutrition. So what I'm telling you is first-hand information.
You had almost like an epiphany.
You call it what you want.
Yeah.
You call it what you want. I know the God that I serve. And if I give some testimonies, you will follow the chair. But there's another time. So the God I serve is real. I don't know about anyone else God. He's real. He talks to me. I talks to him. We walks together. So that is a testimony completely. But being a Christian, Dr. Lockhart says, is supernatural invention. I understand. Many people probably don't do this because they probably don't have the faith in God that he can do it, because it's not me doing it, and because they stay on it. I go to places and Christians on 12 medications, and they see someone sick and say, I'm praying for you. And I say, but if prayer is not helping you with 12 medications, how are you going to help them with the prayer? I was at a lifestyle center. I was in a lifestyle center in Georgia. Someone came there on 18 different medications. They left on 6. Because some medication you just come off. I went there was a guy from a Baptist church had cancer. He left there cancer free. Hey, people say, nah, I'm telling you stuff that I see, so I don't care what you say. Yeah, I know.
This is what you've experienced.
This is what I experienced. And I went to Lifestyle Center in Oklahoma, California, Georgia, Virginia, Florida, you name it. So I've been traveling since 1999, getting all this information, but only have taken it serious for the last 2.5 years. So now God say, you have received freely, give freely.
I love that. And so you did go through quite a life transformation. So you became a Christian and you went plant-based. So those are 2 major lifestyle changes, period, right?
And by the way, you know who helped me become a Christian? A lady from Canada.
Hey. What do you hate me? Not somebody from Cayman, really?
From Canada. It's in my book. I just give you a copy of my book. We're going to talk about that on a different show. And when you read that book, and it's catering to young people, and I'm writing my second book, and then I'm writing a book for children. So I'm a busy guy. I'm recording 2 albums now. I'm performing for Miss Cayman, rendering ministry to Miss Cayman Saturday night. So I'm a busy guy, but it was a major changes in my life. And my life, I call it a new life in Christ.
Well, that's wonderful. So this is your life transformation.
This is my life
you had these things happen, and then you said, I'm going to begin Health for Today because I see how much healthier and better I've gotten. I see how I can serve people with this knowledge, with these supplements that you do carry through Hardy. I don't know if you offer any other products.
Yes.
Let us know if you do.
Oh, for instance, if you have high, by the way, one of the problem of high cholesterol, scientists are saying, is the kidney or the liver? I don't remember which one.
I can't remember.
Have a problem. So when you have high cholesterol, you go on all this medication, which is causing side effects. You're not taking care of the problem. You're just adding to the problem. You're not feeling the pain.
Again, that goes back to we're only kind of masking. We're not going back to the root cause.
Again, go to your doctor. If you have to take medication, take it. So what I find when you have diabetes, they treat the sugar. But what we're saying, let's treat the pancreas, but medication do not treat the pancreas.
We got a caller, and we also have a question via WhatsApp. And the question saying, would these vitamins work for someone with stage 4 cancer?
I am not a doctor. Let me start by saying that. But I can tell you what I've experienced. There's a lady in Honduras that had cancer, took chemo, and she was in bad shape. She took a tea from me called Cuts from a company. And 2 weeks later, she said, I have strength. I'm feeling so much better. There are women in the U.S. that had cancer, and they said you might have to do chemo. She started taking it a year and went back to the doctor, and she said, Doc said, I don't see any cancer. So I'm going to give you testimonies. I'm not a doctor.
Right. And my response to the listener who posed this question is, I would absolutely speak to your doctor if you're looking to take any other additional supplements, medicines, whatever, along with any that is helping to treat cancer. Definitely talk to your doctor, because you don't know how things are going to interact with each other.
Right. And also, just to let you know, scientists are saying now there is a substance in lavender that works same as chemo on a woman's breast.
Interesting.
I read about 6 months ago. I saw science saying.
All right, let's take the caller. We got a caller online. I think we do, right? Good morning. Thank you for calling the Buzz.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm not too good, but I'm all right. I'm getting recovering.
I hope you recover well.
Yes. I need to speak to my cousin. We're from the same congregation. He probably might know who it is also.
I recognize the voice. Would you be so kind to call me after this week and spend some time with you, privately and hear what you have to say, clear, talking about on the radio. Is that okay with you?
But you can ask a question here for sure, because we're allowing people to ask the question.
I just need some of that medication here quite run down. That's why I call him.
Oh, you know what he's calling about? I know who I'm talking to. Optimal Balance for Men, which was the same product I'm telling you about. Optimal Balance for Men, Optimal Balance for Women. So that's what. Just excuse me sometime when I get anxious and try to take away the show from you, okay?
Right. I'm going to tell people you can ask your questions. He's trying to tell my listeners not to.
I know that's rude of me, but anyway, that's just Darrell Dacres. So yes, certainly I just got a new shipment, and you can pick that up anytime because I got testimonies from you also, and that's the reason why you're calling. Because, by the way, when I'm on the radio, Muslim Mario, he texts me and says, tell him about Optimal Balance, tell him about Optimal Balance.
Yeah, Mario listens, yeah.
Maybe you have another caller?
We don't right now. No, we don't right now. No, he's that caller was done, and the question from the WhatsApp we answered, right?
One more thing I want to say. God say in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, I have plans for you. If you seek me, you will find me. If you seek me and if you find me, I know what I want to tell you, to help you and to tell others. Again, Mr. Ford did not go to any school. Young people go to college. Whether you want to be a garbage man, a gardener, banker, go get education because you need to read books. I just give away over 100 books. I have about 200 and odd more to read. So you need to read books. I really enjoy reading. Need to read books. But Mr. Ford, again, give you a prescription, a manual. Don't move away from Mr. Ford manual or you're going to have a lot of problems with your vehicle. And that's the 666 books that I'm talking about. The same person that told that little boy, 12 years old, and inspired him, showed him how to fix watches and make cars, is the same person that is inspiring me today and speaking to me and using me to help you.
All right. Now, for people who are looking for, I guess, the most simplified kind of advice towards healthier living, they want to make a transition like you did. What words of advice would you offer them?
Don't follow me. I'm a drastic guy. I will just do things. You heard about the medication. I would say the first thing I would recommend, go on the beach half an hour once a week. That's the first thing I would do. Go on the beach half an hour once a week. Don't go there and say, I'm coming here to exercise. Go to enjoy yourself. The second thing I would say, change your bed time. Now, if you're going to bed at 12, don't expect to go to bed at 9 because you're going to lay there and turn and toss. But if you're going at 12, go at 11:30 for a week. The next week, 11. The next week, 10:30 until you get it where you want. If you're lying there the first night at 11:30, you used to go at 12, you're not sleeping, make sure the lights is off. Put on some sea waves, but not crashing waves, very sea waves. Set it maybe for half an hour, and that's going to soothe the mind. While no lyrics, don't listen to lyrics.
Meditative sounds of nature.
Because the brain is going to follow the words. All right? So no lyrics, just some sea waves. If you like rain, but not pouring rain, just raindrops, that is also. But try to stay away from music. Scientists are realizing now that the nature is what is doing, not the trick, but doing the miracle.
I feel like we, the people, always knew that.
You're right. It's passed down.
I feel like we know that.
We are in a Band-Aid world.
Intuitively, we know that.
Yeah.
We only got less than a minute, so if you can leave your contact info for people.
928-1503. 928-1503. Health for Living starts with you.
And the website again?
healthfortoday.ky. That is health, F-O-R, today.ky. Kathy, I could start talk for 5 more hours. So thanks for having me here, and I'll be back to talk about my book. It's great meeting you, and I hope that people will take this information, especially about gardening and stuff, and say something makes sense with this. And if it doesn't make sense, I'm going to follow Mr. Ford manual, which is the 66 books, the Bible.
I feel you. The blueprint. All right. Thanks for joining us. We're going to go to 9 a.m. headline news, and then I'm going to have open line. I have a couple things to talk to y'all about after the headline news.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
Heads up for Cayman Brac. If you live or work in Southside West, you should plan for a power outage tomorrow. It'll be happening between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m., and Island Energy says it's for pole upgrades in the area. In international news, U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin have agreed to meet in the, quote, coming days, according to a Kremlin aide. It follows Trump saying there was a, quote, good chance he could meet his Russian and Ukrainian counterparts together in person, quote, very soon to discuss ending the war in Ukraine. Trump's deadline for Russia to agree a ceasefire in Ukraine or face more sweeping sanctions is due to expire tomorrow. A possible meeting between Trump and Putin would follow U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff holding talks with the Russian president on Wednesday. And Angela Rayner has given China 2 weeks to explain why parts of its plan for a new mega embassy in London have been blanked out. The Deputy Prime Minister's Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government sent a letter asking for further information and requested a response by August 20th. Beijing's plans for the new embassy have sparked fears that its location, Royal Mint Court near London's financial district, could pose an espionage risk. Residents nearby also fear it would pose a security risk to them and attract large protests. Those are your headlines. I'm Carsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Do you have a healthcare question but not sure who to ask? Contact HSA's Patient Call Center to speak to one of our experienced clinical team members. We are here to answer your questions and help guide you through your healthcare journey. Need to make an appointment? Our team can help. Contact HSA at 949-8600 or email info@hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller. We're going to be having some open line right now, and there's a few different little things I want to chat to you guys about and hear your thoughts on these topics. And first, I just want to start with saying that the Cayman Islands government has announced their theme for Pirates Week this year. So it's 48 years of Pirates Week, and Pirates Week is running November 8th through the 22nd. And this year's theme is That's Cayman, Our National Treasure. The theme again is That's Cayman, Our National Treasure. So one of the announcements made is that the National Heritage Days, those district days, are coming back to all districts this year across all 3 islands. So I guess some of the districts weren't getting any love for, almost 6 years, was it? A lot of us don't like what's been going on with Pirates Week the past couple of years. The spreading out of over 3 months was at the wildest concept ever. We're happy to see it condensed again. We're happy to see all the Heritage District Days coming back. There's going to be a lot of the same elements, and what I'm also hoping that is going to come back that I didn't hear, I might have missed it, the song competition in Pirates Week. It was said the other day when Stuart Wilson was here in studio that we need to bring back the song competition for Pirates Week. So all the people on the committee within the Ministry of Tourism that are all part of making Pirates Week hopefully great again, we need the song competition back. So that is your next request coming from people, is bring back that song competition. But congratulations. We're looking forward to what will hopefully be a great Pirates Week, running November 8th to the 22nd under the theme that was just revealed. That's Cayman, our national treasure. All right. If you have some things that you want to talk about or let me know your thoughts, the numbers to call are 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or you can WhatsApp call or WhatsApp text me at 925-3261. Now, I'm going to be talking about the pensions RSA increase. So, this is something I definitely want to hear from people in regards to this topic. Did you know that retirees can now withdraw up to $15,400 annually from their retirement savings arrangement? How would that extra income help with rising living costs? That is what I'm going to get into for this next little bit, and I'd love to hear from you. So on July 31st, just 1 week ago, the Department of Labor and Pensions, the DLP, announced an increase to the maximum annual retirement savings arrangement withdrawal to CI $15,400, which began August 1st. So this did come into effect just last Friday. Now, I don't really think about pensions, and I know it's very wrong for me to be doing, especially at the era that I'm in right now in my life. But I had no idea that there was even a limit on how much you could draw on your own pension. That was news to me. So clearly I'm not paying attention, but did you know that there's a limit on how much of your own pension that you can withdraw each year once you retire? And I'm not going to lie, like that might make me quite upset if somebody controlled the amount of money I can take out every year, money that I earned. I can understand why, so we don't just spend it frivolously and all of a sudden all at once, and we're able to kind of use it throughout the years. But again, why is somebody else mandating how I'm going to use my retirement money? Anyways, now some of you also might be thinking, just like I was, oh, I didn't know there was a limit, or $15,000 a year? That doesn't even cover housing expenses and groceries. So if you did know there was a withdrawal limit, well, that limit just went up. And today, on this segment here, I'm trying to break this down. What this new rule actually means, who it impacts, and whether it's enough to help our retirees live with dignity, especially in a place as expensive as Cayman. So I'd like to hear from you. Is $15,400 a year enough to live on in retirement? Call us or send me a text. The numbers again are 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or you can WhatsApp call or text me at 925-3261. So what exactly did the government announce? So July 31st, the DLP, the Department of Labor and Pensions, issued a new guidance increasing the maximum annual RSA withdrawal to $15,400, which began August 1st. This adjustment was tied to changes in the Consumer Price Index, or the CPI, aiming to help retirees manage the cost of living increases. The key details of this change are: if retirees already received payments between January 1st and July 31st, 2025, so this year, they may receive a $400 supplemental payment where applicable. The annual cap is a floor and not a strict ceiling. So if an individual's calculated age-based limit exceeds CI $15,400, they may withdraw more up to the calculated amount. So again, it's still kind of policed on how much you can take out, even if you have all the retirement money in the world. It's still kind of policed. Now, individuals aged 89 or older can optionally withdraw their entire RSA account as a lump sum at the start of any calendar year with 60 days written notice. Members retain the right to terminate their RSA and transfer the balance into an approved annuity at any time. So, how annual withdrawal limits work. because I didn't even know they had it, so I had to look into this myself a little bit. Now, historically, RSA regulations calculate a retiree's maximum annual disbursement based on their account balance, the age-based percentage, typically rising with age, and a minimum annual payment threshold, which traditionally was around $15,000. It's now increased. This means that for many retirees with smaller balances, the minimum payment rule ensured a baseline annual withdrawal. So, for example, if a calculated 5% of balance was less than the $15,000, that a retiree could still receive $15,000. Those with large balances could withdraw more, up to a percentage of that balance, so long as the administrators calculate and authorize it. The new update formalizes the CI 15,400 minimum and adjusts it upward from prior thresholds to reflect inflation. Essentially, anyone whose age-based calculated payout is below that figure now receives $15,400, while higher wealth retirees can still access the greater calculated limit. Now, if you're like me and you might be hearing about the retirement savings arrangements or researching it for the first time and wondering what exactly are they, well, basically, when you retire in the Cayman Islands, you don't just get your whole pension paid out to you in one big lump sum unless you qualify under some specific conditions, apparently. So instead, your pension funds are moved into what's called an RSA. That's a special account that allows you to withdraw a set amount every year to live on. I mean, what if my lifestyle changes as a retiree and suddenly I need a private jet to go here and there? There could be different reasons why you need to withdraw more money. And again, why is it being policed? This is my take on it. So that's the part that's the kicker for me. So the amount that you can take out each year is not unlimited. Again, that's the part that's the kicker for me. So it's based on a formula that considers your age and the balance in your RSA. The older you are, the higher percentage of your balance you're typically allowed to withdraw. Withdrawal limits are meant to make sure your money doesn't run out too quickly. But, and this is important, there's also a minimum disbursement amount, and that's what the new rule is about. As of August 1st, the government has increased that minimum to $15,400 per year, which, as I mentioned, is tied to inflation. So if your calculated amount is less than that, you'll still get at least the minimum. Think of it like this. It's the government's way of saying, no matter how small your pension is, we want you to have at least this much to get by each year. Now, of course, whether that amount is actually enough in today's economy, well, I think that's the bigger conversation. So why is the RSA tied in with the CPI? Well, the retirement savings arrangement disbursement limits are tied to the consumer price index because the CPI tracks how much the cost of living goes up over time. So in simple terms, if groceries, rent, electricity, and transportation all get more expensive, that's reflected in the CPI. So by linking the RSA withdrawal limit to the CPI, government is trying to protect retirees' purchasing power. So, for example, let's say the cost of living increases by 3% in a year. That means $15,000 from last year won't exactly stretch as far as it would this year. So by raising the withdrawal limit from $15,000 to $15,400, the government is acknowledging that retirees need a little bit more money to buy the same basic necessities. It's a way of making sure that pensions keep pace with inflation. So, now that we know what an RSA is and why it's tied to the CPI, is this increase realistic for living in Cayman today? I want to know from you, from our listeners. So if you are a relative or a retiree with an RSA, does $15,400 a year meet basic living expenses in Cayman? Would retirees aged 89 or older prefer a one-time lump sum option or smaller regular payments over time? Should the CPI be used to adjust pension rules automatically each year? And what if inflation spikes suddenly? So let me know if that increase is sufficient and if this is a good enough adjustment to help manage retirement funds and whether flexibility is adequate or more flexibility should be given. So in closing, the annual RSA cap is now $15,400, tied to the CPI with flexibility above that for higher balances. And what changes would you like to see the next time the RSA rules are reviewed, or how often should they be reviewed? Let me know your thoughts. The number's 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, or wait, sorry, 949. Oh, that was right, 6990, 949-8037, and 925-3261. We're going to go to a next commercial break, and when we come back, we got a little bit more to chat about.
Cruise into summer with expert service from Automotive Art Cayman. More than a retail store, it's your one-stop auto care shop. We offer paint, detailing, accessories, wheels, Yamaha parts and products, batteries, tire repairs, tire changes, and more. Need top-tier shine and protection? Grab Gliptone detailing gear, Chevron synthetic oil, and Axiom car care kits. Get expert service with premium products all under one roof. Wherever you cruise, make your pit stop at Automotive Art first. Find us on Shedden Road and follow us at Auto Art KY on Instagram and Automotive Art Cayman on Facebook.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center.
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Are you feeling overwhelmed, sad, stressed out, or suicidal and need support? Call 1-800-534-6463. K-Mind, Mental Health Helpline. It's okay to ask for help. K-Mind Mental Health Helpline, available from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Friday. It's free and confidential support and guidance on your emotional and psychological health.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
All right, welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and we're just winding down. We're in the final few minutes of The Buzz this morning. Give me a call. I want to hear what the retirees think of the $15,400 disbursement withdrawal limit. Let me know. Is that enough as a retiree to live on per year? It's a $400 increase from what was previously allowed. This just went into effect August 1st. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Moving on from that subject, I was quite happy to read about some news coming out of government, coming out of Plahy. There's an egg facility that opened at the Department of Agriculture to support local production. I love this. I don't want Cayman to have no egg problems. I feel like I already told people I have my local egg plugs, and maybe government got wind of that and said, you know what, we really got to make it a really big resource for people in Cayman. So I'm very happy that they have taken this step because, man, I buy local eggs all the time. It's all I buy. Solomon Farms is one of the local egg producers that I constantly buy from, and there's one more that it's going to kill me because now I forget the name, and it's always on the boxes at Kirk Supermarket. So that's where I get mine. That's my shout out to Kirk. All right. So the Ministry of Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing and Infrastructure, in collaboration with the Department of Agriculture, are proud to announce the official opening of the Cayman Islands' first government-operated egg production facility. The newly unveiled facility is a key step in strengthening food security and supporting the growth of sustainable agriculture across the islands. Designed to bolster local egg production and reduce reliance on imports, the initiative aligns with the ministry's ongoing efforts to empower farmers and create resilient food systems. Minister Honorable Jahani J. Ebanks, who officially opened the facility, remarked, "This is more than just an egg facility. This is an investment in our future. It demonstrates government's commitment to agricultural development, greater local food security, and support for Caymanian farmers." The egg facility will be used for demonstration and training purposes for local poultry farmers, supplying fertilized eggs to support backyard farming initiatives, enhancing national food resilience and agriculture education. In addition to supplying eggs, the facility is expected to be offering technical support and workshops equipping Caymanians with the tools and knowledge to engage in small-scale poultry farming. I mean, we know that we have enough chickens, so we can make this happen. This is a great idea. That was my little opinion aside from the press release. So going back to the press release here, the Director of Agriculture, Wilbur Welcome, stated, "This facility represents a long-term vision for the DOA. It allows us to model best practices in poultry care, health, and productivity while supporting Cayman's broader and food sustainability goals. The department will continue working closely with farmers, schools, and community partners to make local agriculture more accessible and viable. For more info on the egg production facility or to explore training and farming opportunities, contact the DOA at 345-947-3090 or visit doa.gov.ky. That's doa.gov.ky, and the number again is 947-3090. That's if you're interested to get more information in the egg production facility, explore training and farming opportunities. All right, so big up to the Ministry of Plahi for this initiative, and also with the Backyard Garden Initiative. I love that too. I'm looking into doing this. I have killed snake plants recently. I had 2 snake plants. If anybody knows anything about snake plants, it's nearly impossible to kill them, but I managed to do so. So I might have to get into a little bit of a better gardening practices, understand how gardening is a healing practice as well, which is what my first guest, Darrell Dacres, told us. Darrell from Health for Today was talking about how gardening has been proven to be a healing process for people to engage in. So, from that little quip to the fact that Plahi also has the backyard farming or the backyard garden program, and then the local egg production facility, I like what's going over at Plahi. I think they're getting some stuff done over there, but I also have questions when it comes to Plan Cayman. What is going on with the development plan for the Cayman Islands? We left this almost exactly a year ago, and there has been, I think, 0 follow-up or information provided to us within at least maybe the 8 months when it comes to Plan Cayman. So that's something that I want to talk to Plahi about, and hopefully we'll get to do that, because development, it's a big thing here in Cayman. Housing development, big thing. So we want to know where they are with that Plan Cayman proposal and all those housing forums that we had last year. We had a lot of consultations in different districts. I'd like to see what's being done with that information. What is the next step? What's the calendar? What's the timeline here? So hopefully we'll get in touch with Plahi. We'll find out what's going on there. But they are doing some great things. So congrats to that ministry over there. And that's it. I might be closing the show just a couple minutes early. Y'all didn't want to tell me if you think $15,400 is enough to withdraw for a retiree on a yearly living. Does that cover your basic necessities in the Cayman Islands? Is $15,400 enough for a retiree to live on per year? So think about it. And should there be more flexibility when it comes to the RSA? So these are things to think about, although I do think it is a step forward in helping our pensioners. And there's some stuff being done, you know? Things don't always move super fast, but they're moving. And we got to give credit where credit's due. And when the change becomes available to us, we got to take that opportunity and make that change. All right, everybody. I'm wishing you a great Thursday, a happy Friday Eve, a great weekend coming up, and all the good vibes for the rest of the day. Thanks for hanging out with me on The Buzz. I'll be back with you next week. The Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. And Automotive Art Cayman, your car, our passion.
This is Radio Cayman Breakfast Session. Sweet like sugar. 89.9 in Grand Cayman.